Alright guys, so I just wanted to show you this world that I created pretty recently. So I'm calling this Cherry Tree Mountain for a reason. So let's load up our world, and here we go. Here's the back side of my base. I cleared out a lot of the trees here. Here's the back door. I'm going to show you the inside real quick here. Here we are inside here, bunch of animals in here. And outside this window, you see we have this nice ice-capped mountain here. A lot of snow, a little bit of lava. Got some cherry trees up there. And I made sure to put this tall window here to get a nice view of the mountain, right? And we got my horse with its gold armor. And I got a few different wolves that I've tamed. Actually, I tamed 2 wolves, so I have 2 pet dogs, and I bred them, so we have a bunch of baby dogs, right? And they all grew up at this. Most of them grew up. Some of them are still puppies. Look at that. We got 2 puppies right there. Look at those cute little puppies right there. Got an adult right here. Now I named 2 of them because I had 2 name tags, and look at that. We got a pig with a saddle on it. Now in this video, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you kind of like a demo of my base and what I have so far. And there's some interesting things about this world. So I'm going to go up to the top and point out like the things that are notable. There's some neat stuff here. But real quick, yeah, so I'm going to show you my base. You know what, let me show you out the door first. So this is what it looks like outside. I'll show you from up top. So yeah, we got the pig, we got some dogs, we got the horse. I got some starter chests here with some basic stuff. Notice we have some stuff from the deep dark there. Some armor and random junk. I got to sort those out and get like a real inventory system set up here. I've got a couple horns here. These are nice. I'm going to show you these from the top. And I got those from pillager bases, so I'll show you that real quick. So let's run up top here. I'm starting to build a lookout tower on top here. So you got a nice view of the mountain right here, right? See that? Nice snow-capped mountain, nice wooded area, lots of resources and stuff. Got a few different biomes here, right? So over there, we've got some spruce on top of that mountain. Over here, we got some cherry trees. And you'll see over here, I actually planted some cherry trees down here. So I chopped one down on top of the mountain there, took the saplings, planted a bunch of cherry trees right down here in my private little garden. I have some wheat, I have some potatoes, and I have some carrots growing down there in my little garden. So I have plenty of food going. Planted some birch over here in this meadow that didn't originally have trees. Kind of changing the way. There's another mountain over there. Now, I wanted to show you over this mountain, there's a woodland mansion. So you go over this mountain and maybe go about, the distance of 2 mountains over. Basically, it's flat on the other side of this mountain. Go a little ways, there's a woodland mansion. It's not too far of a walk. It's about the time it would take me to get to the top of that mountain. Not too much further over it. We'll see that. I'm going to do that in the next video, or actually, the next video is going to be the deep dark. So right that way, right there, right over that little tiny hill there, there's a big opening to a cave. You go down into that cave, walk a little ways, and then there's a big drop off that goes down really deep to like the deep slate level. And you have the deep dark down there. And there's an ancient city. So I've explored it a little bit, put a few torches down, was killed by the warden a few times. So I've come up, and I'm going to be exploring that one in my next video. My next video about this world, I'm going to be exploring the deep dark. Now, I called this world Cherry Tree Mountain. So this is like my Cherry Tree Mountain base because it has cherry trees and there's a nice icy mountain there. So I want to play in this kind of setting. This is the world that I have for that. I have a few other worlds I've created. I'm creating like series on those too. But yeah, so there's an ancient city really close by. You basically go down in that cave. It's vaguely like just to the left of this mountain and underneath it, maybe a little bit further than the mountain. I'm not sure if it's directly underneath, but it's pretty close to right underneath this mountain. There's an ancient city in the deep dark. It's pretty cool. So we got a woodland mansion and an ancient city, both in this world, pretty close to my base. I don't have to go very far at all. Now, a couple other interesting things in this world. We have a pillager base. You can see it from here. You can barely see it in the distance. I have a pretty good view distance on here. You can see a pillager base right there, right? So I'm going to see if I can get to the top of this, to this lookout tower that I built. I forget if I made the ladder high enough, but you're going to see 2 pillager bases. And that's why I have 2 horns on myself. Each pillager base had one of these nice ram's horn horns or whatever. So they're each different too, which is pretty cool. I love these things. So this is what makes this base so nice. This is what it looks like from above there. There's my little garden, my cherry trees that I planted, the cherry trees that grew naturally on this. There we go. There's a pillager base, and there's the other pillager base. You know, if you go further in this direction past that pillager base, there's some savanna, and there's also some jungle. So I actually meant to get some acacia saplings. I want to grab those, and I want to plant those at my base here. When you grow acacia outside of the savanna, they look more green and they just look nicer, I think. And they look really nice if you plant them in the jungle. So I've done that in other worlds, but in this world, I'm going to be planting them right here by my mountain, right? And that's the hole right there. That hole, you go down there, walk a little ways, and then you're going to be inside then there's a big drop off. You go down that. I have some water going down the hole. You can ride the water down, and then you're in the deep dark, right? So pretty close. And what else? See that line of trees there? Yeah, it doesn't belong there. I planted all those in that neat little, I don't know, I thought that was interesting. I know that's silly or whatever, but yeah, got some snow on top of this, a little bit of snow over there, right? And yeah, so pillager base and my actual, and I got a cherry wood bridge right over there, nice and lit up, going over that ravine. And my spawn point was somewhere over in this wooded area right here. So when I spawned, I was pretty happy to see this nice mountain here. I wanted to be in a biome like this. I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep this. I got another cherry wood bridge right over there going around the mountain, just around the edge anyway. So yeah, I spawned somewhere in here. I was like, oh, lots of trees and stuff. I want to get started building a base. And I saw this mountain. I'm like, oh, this is really nice. I walked a little ways to the edge there, saw that pillager base. One of the first things I did before I started even building my base was to just go steal a bunch of stuff from the pillagers. So I got these horns and everything. And eventually I came here, built this base, and I could see in the distance there's another pillager base. And you can see some of the trees from the savanna over there. And if you go that way, I don't know if you can actually see any of the jungle trees. It's kind of interesting. You go from snow to jungle pretty quick. But yeah, and I've got a lot of this area lit up, so I don't see too many monsters spawning too close to my base. There's a little over there in the forested area. Let's try these horns out. That was the first one I got, right? Got that from that first pillager base. Now here's the second one. So this second horn, I got it from that pillager base over here. The first horn, I got it from that one right there. So pretty terrific. If I find more pillager bases, yeah, I'm gonna get like a little collection of horns here. Now I'm gonna try to do this without dying. I have a small little hole. I didn't want to build like too big of a pond right next to my base just because I like how it's laid out. I didn't want to mess that up, but I did want something where I can just drop down instead of having to use the ladder. And I do want to get this tower a little bit higher. This is like my partway point. Gives me a good view of things, but I'm not too high up, but it's not at the cloud level yet. Interesting thing. So I'm going to crouch down here. Yeah. Interesting thing. This mountain is at cloud level. If you go up to the top of those ice caps, that's cloud level right there. And there are goats up there. So you climb right up there, bunch of goats. It's pretty neat. Love goats in this game. So I'm going to have to, so this is a little edge that kind of leans over. So I'm going to have to jump over this edge and then sort of push back to the tower so I don't like kill myself. I don't have a ton of experience because I was just killed by the warden a bunch of times before I went and found that woodland mansion. So yeah, my next video, we're going to go into the deep dark and explore a little bit more. And then the video after that in this world, we're going to go check out that woodland mansion. I'm not anywhere near prepared to go fight off the stuff inside there, but I'm going to see what I can see anyway. It's just to sort of scout it out. It's a pretty neat woodland mansion coming out of the water on this huge stone base. It's interesting. We'll see that though. So jump off here and I made it. Not too hard to do, but yeah, if you line it up right, you land right there in the water. See how I like how this looks with all the leaves scattered about here, so I didn't want to mess this up. And see, I stole as many flags as I could from those pillager bases. All of the flags from the second base and a couple of them from the first. So I have a few on the front of my building too. Now there's spruce growing on some of those mountains that way, but there's none growing here. So I kind of cleared out this whole area, chopped down all the trees over here, made like a nice little open area here, and then I started planting some spruce trees there just because I don't know, I just wanted it to look that way. I don't want them to be too dense and packed in, but I just wanted it to be like that, right? So let's take a look over here. What time is it? All right, we got time. What did I just throw that thing? Wow, you got to pay attention to what I'm doing. Yeah, here is the front of my base. Got some more flags. Got that big window. Got some stone bricks right here. The other side I have. Did I put stone bricks, or I think I put wood planks? Right, put wood planks at the back of my door. Yeah, wood planks. Oak and birch. Yeah, this is mostly birch. I wanted to put like an oak cap on this, and I stripped the bark off of some birch right here, so it's some light wood, but I wanted it to be a little different. And that's about as elaborate as I made my house so far. Keeping my horse in there for now because I don't have like a pen for it or anything, and I think that's fine. He can live inside my house and stand on my bed. And what else? I want to put these away actually before I lose them. Yeah, this is my little garden. Infinite water source. All my plants there, nice and irrigated. Got it planted another spruce tree there. It doesn't belong there, but I put it there. And I also planted a jungle tree, and I hate the rain in this game. First time it rained in Minecraft, first time I ever saw it rain when I was just starting out, I was like, wow, this is kind of a neat effect. Now I hate it. I just want to go indoors or start mining. But yeah, so put some birch trees here, put a jungle, I got a jungle sapling, brought it over here and planted it here so I could just chop it down, get more saplings and have more of these. But now this looks so neat, putting this, it's out of place. It's not supposed to be here, but I'm planting it right here in a meadow. It looks so neat. I don't want to chop this one down. I want to leave it there and go chop down other ones and bring them back. So yeah, I got like a spruce tree and a jungle wood tree and some cherry trees all in one spot. I just kind of wanted to make it like a little garden. So yeah, there we go. That's basically what I wanted to show you for this video, right? I want to show you my base, give like an intro to the world and stuff and what's here. And that's it. You know, I'm going to place these right up here. I'm keeping them safe, right? Because they're like my prized possessions or whatever. And I got this from some pillagers. It's nothing special, right? It's just, what is this even? Bottle of enchanting. Yeah, so nothing too special. So yeah, this is my base. Got my prized possessions here. That's like an intro to what's in this world. Next video, we're going to explore that ancient city in the deep dark. And then I want to do the woodland mansion. I'm not sure, maybe I'll do one deep dark video, maybe two. But after I explore that for a little, I'm not going to explore that whole city right away. I'm going to explore some of it. Then I want to check out that woodland mansion. So stay tuned for all that. Make sure you're subscribed. We're going to do more in this world. We're doing more Minecraft. We also do other games. We do Roblox, Zelda, Pokemon, lots of games. This is just a games channel. Everything games related, it's going to be here. Retro gaming, modern gaming, everything. This is just everything gaming. If you like video games, definitely make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell icon so you actually get updates when we come out with a new video and you don't actually miss something. But yeah, might want to give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you have any thoughts about this world. Should I have done something different? Should I change my base in any way? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on that next video.